Alright, made some patterns of each side, the driver's side and the passenger side. And I had this 6-inch piece of 3/16 flat plate, and I think I'm going to be able to use that. Clean it up after I get it cut and get rid of the rust. Okay, I want to go ahead and make some changes here. I went ahead and did the inside cuts a little simpler, make them straight. There's no reason to do the curves and the corners, and I made that one a little bit smaller there. So I'm going to make it a little simpler design there. It should work just fine. That's my DeWalt grinder with the cutting wheel. That's what I use to cut a lot of steel. Okay, I got the inside cuts done. I wanted to give you a little tip here. When you make your long cuts first, the cutting disc is gonna shrink down, okay? And that'll help you make the cuts here. And what I do is I go just a little bit beyond, I don't know if you can see it, a little bit beyond the line, okay? I don't know if you can see that or not, but maybe if I point it out to you. Right about, you go a little bit past. It doesn't cut it all the way across, it's not gonna knock out. But you make your long cuts first on both of them, okay? And when that cutting wheel is reduced in diameter, then you can get these small little pieces and then go just a little bit past the lines. And then flip it over and cut the backs of it. See how, there's a good one, I cut past. So just cut the backs of the smaller ones and get them to where it's really, really close. And then just take a hammer, knock it out, and it'll pop right out of there. Okay, so that's how I do the inside cut. Okay, I got it all sanded, and it's looking pretty good, but there's still some pits in there and some rust. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wipe it down and soak it a little bit with white vinegar to help remove the final bit of rust. It's all pretty well cleaned up and deburred from the semi-disc. So I will just do the vinegar and we will mark the holes to drill to attach it to the armrest. All right. I got the pieces all cut and ready to go. And I'm gonna show you how you saw how I cutted them out. And I got the holes drilled. And if you look at the sides, I actually bent it to conform to the piece. I added 3 washers here, silicone those to the plastic, and they're holding really, really tight. And I'm gonna silicone these down. But what it's gonna be is, it's gonna fit on just like that, okay? And you can see that it's made to the contour of the armrest, and it fits snug across the top and bottom. I've got, these holes are actually for screws that go through the back of the door panel into the armrest. Okay, so I've got those drilled out for that. These holes here are for mounting holes from the back of the door handle into the door frame. These are just pegs that go into an insert peg, and then this is the mounting hole. And we got another, let's see, yeah, another mounting hole down here that go into the door panel. So, and then the other plate, like actually this one here, I just didn't have enough material, but it didn't need it. The reinforcement was needed across this area. This plate here is bigger, and it goes on just like that. Okay, it'll be glued in just like that with 100% silicone one. It has good adhesion properties, and it will hold this metal to the plastic, so it's conformed to hit here and hit down here. Okay, so I put the bend through there to make it conformed, and I put the washers right here, built it up, so it gives another surface to silicone across here, and across the bottom, and across the top. And that should be enough to hold it in place. Okay, both of those will be siliconed in like that. It'll reinforce that plastic that I welded together. And then I made a piece here to go into the armrest, or actually the center console, I mean, in the bottom of it. I don't know if I can see it or not, but it goes down here at the bottom, okay, inside there, to reinforce the, if you see there, the plastic, okay, it'll reinforce that area. So basically you're not bolting plastic to the metal on the car chassis, and then that plastic breaks out again. This way you'll have a 1/8 inch plate steel silicone to the bottom of that, and then that will sandwich the plastic between the metal on both sides. So that'll really enforce that. So I think that's gonna work very, very well. And so I'll have my dad have the door panels reupholstered, and then these armrests reupholstered, and then we will go ahead and install them on there, and then I'll move on to doing the dash project. Okay, and I won't show you the process of siliconing it. Just silicone that on there and let it, you know, clamp it down and let it sit for a couple of days. Okay, it's all glued together, cured. I used 100% silicone one and glued that on there, and it is nice and tight, very, very rigid, and I tell you, it came out really, really nice. So we're ready to go ahead and get these things upholstered. Well, here's the armrests, all completed, and the upholstery work is done. They look beautiful, nice and solid with that steel reinforcement. The upholsterer was very impressed with that. He said that those were very, very strong, and he was very pleased with what we did. Okay, and the upholstery work is done. The seat covers, headliner. The guy did beautiful work, and new carpet to boot. Okay, so that is the completed armrest on this restoration. I pray that you are blessed and that you know Him who is the author of life.